inside Wembley Stadium.
It's very pretty.
You can see all the queues. We're just waiting to get into the media stuff. To media.
Are we still going, guys?
Oh, we're still going.
I think our Wi-Fi isn't brilliant. You just swear. I don't normally do that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So, also there's the risk that Roddy Strong or somebody might interfere and cost them or whatever. Like, there's so many things could happen in that opening pre-show match. This, for the first time in a while, pre-show on a pay-per-view or a premium live event, whatever the hell you want to call them. This is essential viewing for the rest of the card.
Absolutely. This is going to wet the whistle for that main event when there's going to be a turn, I believe. So yeah, my quick prediction is MJF and Adam Cole win the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. Sam?
I think they will, but I think there'll be some kind of interference from either the Kingdom or Roddy Strong and his silly neck brace.
Jack Perry versus Hook.
Yeah, so Jungle Hook is no more.
Jungle Hook is no more. Yeah, no, they've got to pop the crowd. They're going to pop the crowd early. I think Hook's taking the FTW title back.
Yeah.
Maybe with a Taz mission from Taz or something. I don't know, like a spot there.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Probably not. But yeah, FTW Championship, Hook.
Yeah, Hook's the babyface here. Like if something crazy happens in the match before this, then a Hook victory will pop the crowd, make everybody happy, please a lot of people, and it's Hook getting his dad's belt back, which is always a historic event like this would be a nice thing. And obviously there was talk of them retiring that title. Nobody wants to see that. I know it's an unofficial title, but there's a lot of love out there.
Yeah, exactly.
For it.
It's got a good legacy. The ECW thing is still strong. It keeps the ECW alive, I believe.
Yeah, and I think it's high time we legitimise that title. And make it a proper title on either Ring of Honor or AEW.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a big fan. So Hook is retaining, and for you as well.
Now we're on to the main card. The pre-show is over. So this is FTR versus the Young Bucks 3, I believe.
So I actually believe they're going to give this to the Bucks because it's an AEW pay-per-view. They started it all. FTR are in a little bit of hot water at the moment for various reasons. And I think it's a more sensible decision, even though I prefer FTR to win.
Me too, mate.
I prefer FTR to win. I think it's a more sensible business decision to have the Bucks win.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I think the Young Bucks are winning this one. Ultimately it's their show in many ways. I think an FTR heel turn is being teased quite strongly. I think it might be solidified this evening. And they've got some things they've got to take care of when they're back in America. We're not going to talk about it here in case any proceedings are active.
Yeah,
but
I feel, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like the heel turn would work at the moment. We'll just have to see what happens, going forward.
Agreed.
So you're saying Bucks, I'm saying Bucks.
I think
we're the same. We're the same.
Yeah, and so next up we've got the Hikaru Shida versus Tony Storm versus Saraya versus Britt Baker.
So I would say Britt if I didn't have my pick for the main event. Saraya, hometown, home country rather. It makes more sense for me for Saraya to win, for a big moment in conversation, a big moment for the media, a big moment for people coming out of All In. Saraya wins this for me, whether it's a popular decision or an unpopular decision, Sam.
We're going to need to fall out and argue at some point, but I agree with you again. We need to make some viewing. But yeah, I actually think there might possibly be a heel turn here from Hikaru Shida. It's just a shot in the dark. I've got no evidence to back that up. It's just I'm feeling it. I don't know, and I think Saraya might win this and maybe turn face or at least start teasing it. And I won't be surprised if someone like Tony Storm and not Ruby Riott, Ruby Soho, maybe attack her and we see what happens. There's the breakup of the Misfits. It's just something I suspect, but we'll see.
Okay, yeah, interesting. Like I say, Saraya for me has to win here. Again, it's a pop. It's a great media point as well coming out of it. So Saraya for me, Saraya for you, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what we're doing, got Darby and Sting versus Swerve and Christian Cage. I mean, they're going to give this to Sting. It's a big deal. It's Wembley. It's Sting at Wembley. That's all I need to say on this one. Sting is winning at Wembley.
That, again, as a long-time Sting fan, and I love Darby Allin too, I'd very much like to see that. Again, I know I'm predicting heel turns for every single match, but I do suspect there might be some shenanigans at the end of this. Could we see maybe Sting and Darby end up fighting each other and maybe...
Dude, what are you talking about? That's not happening.
If Sting is ever ready to hang up his boots forever, giving his career to Darby Allin, what a way to go that. And the only way to do that is you have a Darby and Sting feud, which could start here.
Well, I don't know, man. I'll disagree with you on that one.
That's okay.
Darby and Sting winning clean here. The faces are destroying the heels, the evil heels. Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Takeshita versus the Bullet Club Gold. I want the Bullet Club Gold to win here, just because I'm a huge Jay White fan, but to me the Golden Elite have to win. Again, it's a fan favourite decision. It's Wembley Stadium, Kenny Omega and Wembley Stadium, etc. You give the Golden Elite the win here, again, because it's kind of a full circle moment from them all starting AEW as well, Sam.
Yeah, agreed. I think there's also some politics and stuff going on. Omega has a mild injury, and that's why he's in a 6-man rather than a singles match. I'm just happy he's here and hope he gets healthy, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Again, Kenny Omega at Wembley, it's a foregone conclusion for me.
Yeah.
The Golden Elite are winning. Okay, so we've got Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, and Penta versus the Blackpool Combat Club and Santana and Ortiz. I actually think that the heels are going over here. Eddie is going to be a huge fan favourite at Wembley, but for me, the Blackpool Combat Club, especially because of the links to Regal and also just in general a positive experience. Again, the heels haven't won for my predictions so far, and I think this is the time when the heels win. The Blackpool Combat Club win here for me, triumphing over the faces.
Yeah, I agree again. I think Moxley is a big star. They need to start really ramping up the tension with this Moxley versus Eddie Kingston feud, potentially going to All Out after All In. I also think Claudio is the Ring of Honor champion, and Claudio needs to look strong here for Ring of Honor. They're still pushing that brand. Obviously, they want to pay for Ring of Honor, £10 a month, so it makes sense to keep that. The BCC looking strong, looking hard, looking good.
I agree, and I think the heels need to win. This is another one. The next one, I actually feel, even though I want, I do feel like the faces are going to win here. I want the House of Black to win. I really feel like they need the momentum. But Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed, the Acclaimed are just white hot at the moment, just a really over team. And I would love the House of Black to win, but I really do think that the heels will win. Billy Gunn getting a nice pop at Wembley, with the Acclaimed, who are of course arguably some of the biggest faces in wrestling right now.
100%. I think the bad guys.
It's a shame that the House of Black are losing.
Well, I think if the bad guys of the BCC get the big victory there, I think the good guys then have to win here. I think that's what it makes sense to do. But at the same time, it's about Max Caster's got to do a great rap, and this is a kind of a little bit of we're pushing towards a swan song for Billy Gunn. Like he's going to be basically the DX, the badass Billy Gunn here, as opposed to the daddy ass we've seen recently. So to me, this is a big babyface victory. I want the House of Black to do more than steal people's clothing, and I want them to be a legitimate threat. But I think that might have to happen at All Out and rather than here. I think here we want a big babyface victory.
Absolutely. Just going to Ospreay and Jericho now as we come closer to our entry into the building. Will Ospreay and Jericho, for me, Ospreay has to win here. Just for, again, Jericho's going to get the pop. Jericho's going to get the fans involved, even though he is the heel. But Ospreay has to win here again to give him that major. That big time star win for me.
Like, to wrestling fans, Will Ospreay has been a big star for a long time, but in terms of a stage like this in popular culture, this might be one of the biggest stages he's ever been on. Ospreay really needs to win here. Jericho doesn't. Again, if we're ever leaning towards Jericho's retirement and building a new star for AEW, Ospreay absolutely needs to win, and conquering Chris Jericho will cement his star.
I agree.
Going forward, it has to happen.
I don't think he's had that momentum, perhaps. It's particularly on American TV or AEW TV, obviously huge in Japan. So this could be a star-making performance for Will Ospreay. So we've got 2 more matches left now: CM Punk and Samoa Joe. Obviously, I think CM Punk's won over Joe before now. I actually think, again, this is going to be a surprise. I think you give this one to Joe, which is, I know it's perhaps an unpopular decision, but I think Joe's going to go over here.
So I'm going to disagree. I think Punk's going to win this. I think they're doing their best to make sure Punk is one of the top stars and to cement him again after some of the awkwardness of last year. So I think he's going to conquer Joe, and also there's this real world championship silliness. I think if you were to take that off Punk, it would kill the gimmick. It would kill whatever they're doing with this fake, not really the champion, but I am the champion thing.
Oh yeah.
I think this needs to go head towards MJF or Adam Cole at some point, and for them to have someone's going to be the undisputed champion.
Yeah.
I think that's where they're going with this, and for that to happen, I think Joe's future lies maybe going after Claudio and maybe being a beast for Mark Briscoe to conquer later for the Ring of Honor Championship.
So because Joe's been a champion, isn't he? Is he a champion at the moment?
He holds the Ring of Honor television
I'm changing it because of course, Punk's going to win, isn't he? Of course, Punk's going to win. What was I even thinking? I'm changing my prediction. Changing my prediction because Joe's already a champion. Last match, of course, the big talking point for a lot of people. And again, because I think they're winning the tag team championships early on, I think there's going to be a big turn here, and I believe it's going to be Adam Cole. Adam Cole is also going to come out of this as the champion. I think that is going to be the biggest talking point, second to obviously Saraya winning. With Saraya winning being another one. But I think this is going to be the biggest talking point coming out of this. Adam Cole turning on MJF and winning the AEW World Championship, Sam. So Adam Cole is my pick solidly.
See, everything you just said makes sense, but that's what I'm scared of. I smell a rat here. I don't know if the swerve is the swerve. Like they want us to think MJF is the big bad guy here, but let's not forget Adam Cole has largely been a career heel as well. Like it does make sense, I suppose, for Cole to be the one to turn on MJF, but at the same time, is MJF just the scorpion who stings you because he's a scorpion? So I don't know.
I think everyone expects it though.
Yeah, well, I think everybody expects both. I think everybody expects both. I think there's an argument to be made that you expect each of these guys to turn on each other. So it wouldn't surprise me if it ended up them not turning on each other, and instead they started some kind of feud with Roderick Strong and the Kingdom, and they teased out the turning a little bit longer. So, but I'm going to go with MJF, and my only reason why, after everything I've just said, is I don't think it's time to call an end to MJF's title reign. I think there's a lot more for him to do. Cole certainly might be the guy to take him down, but I think they're going to put MJF and Punk are going back to each other for an undisputed win.
Reconnect. There you go. Hopefully we're still in, and we'll see you guys soon. We're about to head in. Let's catch you in a bit. We'll do a little. There you go. You can see where we are. Look, just again. There you go. There's a bit of Wembley. Some nice flats there. People, queues, wrestling fans.
Good.
Well, okay. Apparently I can't rotate this to send it back. Oh, okay.
Orientation lock.
How do I get this off now? Oh dear, guys, this is gonna be fun.
Can't get it off.
That's gonna be fun, isn't it? But I'm just gonna cancel it and then see if it goes on.
I think you hit the X, dude.
Maybe the X. Where's the X? Go on.
I think now my beautiful face.
Right, all right. See you guys. Oh yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Brilliant.
See you later, guys.
We're gonna stop streaming. Bye, guys. See you later. Enjoy Anthony's stream.
Yes.
Have a good time. Oh yeah. Bye, guys.